Hey, welcome to The Process. My name is Dr. John Bush. This is weeks 1 to 3 Snap Data Charts, part 3. This is basically team by team. And we'll start. I'm going to kind of jauntily go through this, but you can see the static images at scienceoffantasyfootball.com. I'll have this out. So I'll have the team, position, player, week 1, 2, and 3 snaps, average snaps, and then any differences from week 3 versus an average snaps week 1 and 2. So I like to look at a combination of what's gone on before. So next week, week 4, I'll look at weeks 1 and 2 versus weeks 3 and 4. So I try to increase that sample size a little bit to look. I stained the up snaps here purple and the down snaps by yellow here, so you can quickly see who declined, who stayed pretty much the same, and who increased a little. Not saying that necessarily means anything, but it can at least give you some idea about depth and if you need to pick folks up. For instance, I've been carrying Ingram as Connor's second as his handcuff, but I don't know. I'm not sure if Connor is injured for a week that it's split. I don't think it's going to be a 1 and a 2. I could see a 1A, 1B. So that is, I may have to rethink my handcuffs a little bit. I would like a clear 2 as a handcuff. A clear 1. He would slide into a clear a 1 if the alpha is out. Zach Ertz, I really like his targets week 1 in snaps. Boy, he declined, and so they're using 3 now, and that's sad. I drafted Ertz as my tight end 3 in best ball, and I don't like to see that decline. I'm hoping that will not happen. Brown for the wide receivers really stepped it up a little bit, but Rondale Moore dropped down, and Michael Wilson overtook Moore there. So I think they're saying, if you look at week 1 and 3, it looks like they're saying Michael Wilson, they see maybe is over Moore. So I don't know if Wilson's available. The trouble is there's just not a lot of meat on the, if you look at usage, it's not a lot of meat on the bone. So it doesn't matter if the snaps say, I should pick up Wilson, because let's look at Arizona's wide receivers. No, actually, I'm wrong. See, 42% usage here. So that is in the top part of the league. So that's intriguing for me to look at the data. Here's Atlanta. Bijan, no surprise there. Kyle Pitts is tied almost with Jonnu. If you drafted Pitts 3rd or 4th, I know you're getting burned this year. You're getting roasted, as well as Drake London. Hollins is the clear 2, but you don't want, because I know Atlanta is sad. I know Atlanta, 35% usage is sad. This is part 2 data, by the way. So you can bounce back and forth if you have any questions about this snap data here. Let's see what's going on here. Justice Hill really did well week 2, but got injured. Gus and Gordon. That probably surprising to you that Gordon would step up to almost the second show. I picked up Gordon as a D play for $1 on my fab. So that's why. But I don't know how much meat's on the bone here. Andrews, good to see that. Flowers, look like he's the one. Bateman and Aguilar are the 2A and B. There's no advantage there, so I don't know if there's anything worth getting there other than Zay Flowers. Let's see, Buffalo, Cook, Murray staying the same. Cook's staying the same. Nothing really's happening. They're using 4. Poor Harris is stuck at 3rd. It is clear Murray is over Harris right now, and that's sad. But so I've actually been picking up Murray and some dollar plays here. Knox is over Kincaid, folks. If you drafted Kincaid too early, you're getting burned. He's not being used as a wide receiver like you thought. Here's the wide receiver. Gabe Davis outpunked Diggs here last week. What is going on? What in the wide world of sports is happening? Sherfield's the 3rd, so I don't think there's anything there. But in case one of these got injured, he might be a flex option down the road. So that's a speed dial. You know, that's the kind of data that if something happens, you could maybe flip to him. Carolina, Sanders, clearly over Hubbard. Hurst, get a lot of snaps, but not a lot of scoring. I'm avoiding this show. Look at Dalton. Chark and Thielen stepped it up. Mingo went down. Remember, Mingo was the Bryce Young's, number 1 in week 2. So that's bad for Mingo if you got him. But you might just monitor if Bryce Young is back. Thielen may step to the number 2. Marshall's really took a step down week 2 and just didn't recover. It was all sharp. I mean, if DJ is going to be at this level, he could be worth a pickup, folks. Chicago, I'm just not happy with this 28-23. That's nothing for anybody. Cole Kmet, 39. Yeah, I'll take the 72. No, I don't like the 39, so that seems very, very bad. Moore at 51. Claypool, 44. Mooney, 36. That's just cutting Moore's time right there. They should be giving more, not less. So there you go. Cincinnati, all about the Mixon. I guess Williams is the number 2. So he would be a better handcuff to me than Ingram. So I may get rid of Ingram in Arizona and pick up Williams here just for a deep stash. Smith was out, so nothing really happening with these two. Chase, Higgins, Boyd. People were drafting, but they didn't draft Boyd. I'm telling you, in some weeks, he's as good as far as snap-wise as the top 2. Doesn't mean he'll score, but I feel like in an emergency week, he's always worth a gamble. So I'm glad I got a boatload of him. Let's see, what else? Cleveland, Ford gets 40. That's okay. Kareem Hunt, 14. That's kind of interesting. Pierce. So I guess Hunt's the number 2, maybe, all of a sudden. Njoku, you want week 2, you don't want week 3. So right now, his consistency is a little funky. Peoples-Jones, number 1, over Elijah Moore and Cooper, of all things. I think they're misusing Cooper, but that's what they're doing, folks. So it's hurting everybody's value there. Ferguson in Dallas, good. Pollard, good. I guess Rico is the number 2. I just don't know if he'll be the dominant one if something happened to Pollard. I picked him up in a few leagues. Gallup has stepped up. Brandon Cooks is back. So looks like you'll have 1, 2, 3. I hate to see that for Lamb. You would hope he'd be more dominant. Williams 26, P. Ryan 19, folks. Look at it, minus 12. I've got P. Ryan in too many places. You probably overdrafted him too. Troutman, yeah, but he's not scoring. Horton Sutton, Judy's back. Brandon Johnson is moving up. So I guess Sutton's the one to have, but on occasion, Judy and Johnson can get you something. Reynolds and Sun God in Detroit playing. This is Thursday night here. Laporta. Wish that was going up instead of decreasing there. Gibbs at 42. Reynolds. If Montgomery plays, I think Gibbs people are going to be sad. Week 1, look at that. Week 2. So even if they cut half and half, that doesn't help either one. Reynolds, he's worth the stab. He's definitely a handcuff for an injury if Brown steps out. Looks like they'd have to go. Reynolds is the one, so he might be worth at least that as a piece. Dillon, 40-1. He just hadn't been doing nothing with his time. Patrick Taylor really stepped up last week. If Jones is back and him and Dillon are half and half, Jones better do it on fewer snaps, which is sad. Musgrave, boy, really peaked last week, 68. If he can get 68, that's a dream snap total. I don't think we'll see that. Dobbs, clearly the one, folks. We'll see with Watson. Wicks and Reed are tied at 2. So we'll see. I don't think Wicks has done much. Houston. They don't like Pierce. That's all I can say. Look at these splits. Not a big fan of Singletary. Look at Beck coming in there, beating Singletary. Is Singletary the real handcuff? Look at this. Schultz, look at this drop, 23. I'm dropping Schultz right now. He was a deep play anyway, and this kind of business, certainly by week 4, we'll see. Woods, Collum, and Dell, everybody was squawking, but look at the snap split. 1A, B, and C. That doesn't help. That helps nobody. If Noah Brown comes back, does Dell go back down? Just be aware, if you're investing a lot in Dell, you may get some sadness. This is not guaranteed. Not good. ETN could be done more. 52 is okay. Ingram 52. I like seeing the 60s. Ridley and Kirk 1-2. Agnew was the second because Jones wasn't playing. I guess he was injured. Ridley, Kirk, looks like you got to have a piece of that. It's just is there enough to go around? I don't know. Williams is out. Palmer, everybody grabbed. They say Johnson, the rookie, is going to come on later in the season. I think I'll wait on my bids on him. I picked up Palmer where I could, but if Allen gets hurt, and he probably is going to have a week or 2 off during the season, Palmer you may profit. I don't know how you can play any of these. I know Parham got a few snaps with a lot of touchdowns. I don't know. Kelly was doing, 48. I don't think he scored a lot, though. see, Jacksonville. We talked Jacksonville. Kansas City, Pacheco. McKinnon at 22. So they don't like Pacheco. They like them all. So do you get like if you can pick the week and the running back to go off? Noah Gray got as many snaps as Kelsey. Kelsey needs to be going up, folks. 47, he needs to be 60 snaps. Come on. Sky Moore was the dog last week. Rashee Rice, number 2, tied with MVS. Who knows who to pick? Look at Ross at 20. I don't know. There's 5 of them above, almost 30 and above. I don't know how you make any living in fantasy with that kind of distribution. Okay, we talked about these guys. Kern Williams, really, everybody thought week 2 was the show, but it's back to week 1 levels. That's sad. Higbee, I don't know what to do with Higbee. I don't like that minus 21. That's sad. Look at all that sadness last week. Stafford, even Puka was down at 53. He was the top. Atwell, this just, I got Puka. I wish he would do, I'd like to see more near 70 snaps, folks. I don't know. Jacobs, 59, I guess, is Abdullah the number 2? I don't know. We thought Johnson was, but now he's not. I don't know. Hooper and Meyer, it's unusable. Devontae should be ahead, and then Myers back as number 2. Renfro's number 3. I don't know if there's enough support Renfro. Miami, look at Mostert, what he did. 30 and 37. And look at all this. Man, you talk about super efficient. That's crazy. We'll never see that again. Smythe, looks like Julian Hill. I'm going to have to get rid of my Smythe shares. I was foolishly thinking this was his story. Nope. This guy, I don't know if Smythe can't block. Robbie Chosen outsnapped Tyreek Hill. What? I guess this was just so crazy of a game they didn't need to use passing. But that's sad. Ready for Waddle to get back and him and Tyreek to be 1-2. Stevenson, a little bit of a decline. Elliott's staying about there. He's the clear 2. Henry, I'd hope Gesicki would follow Henry, but looks like week 2 was a mirage. Probably should get rid of Gesicki. Juju, number 2, almost beating Parker there. Bourne down to 40. So I don't know what was going on. When Parker was out, it was Bourne. When Parker's back, he's the dog. So him and Juju might end up being the 1 and the 2. There may be something to stash there. New Orleans, Tony Jones, Miller, nothing. I'm glad Kamara's coming back because this is not good. Jawan Johnson, not scoring enough. Sad. Olave, Thomas, Rashid, they were all tied, pretty much. So that hurts Thomas and Olave with Rashid getting as many plays as them. That doesn't look good for anybody's value here. That helps no one. Breida, 41. What can I say? Waller, you would hope, get more snaps. 41 is not a lot. Bellinger got 30. I don't know how to pick the WRs here. I'm not investing in this group. Breece Hall at 31 snaps. I just don't even know what to say about that. I'm just going to move on. Conklin, 48. It's about what it's going to be. Wilson, Lazard, and Cobb actually got some play last week. I don't know how this is going to go. I guess, to me, Wilson's the talent's the only one to have. I just hate to see these other ones almost as much as him. Let's see, did I miss somebody here? Philly, Swift at 43. Come on, folks. Gainwell's back. You going to split them? That hurts Swift. That hurts Gainwell. Come on. Goddard, like to see Goddard. That was good. Devona and Brown. Like to see that. Zacchaeus down there at number 3. He might be an injury play. If these guys, one of them's hurt, you might just remember that. Something happens. Walker, 38. The rookie, 32, folks. We may be seeing a changing of the guard here. Be cautious. Fant and Parkinson. Disley was out. I don't know what to say. Sure is a lot of snaps. Lockett, Metcalf. The clear one, too. The rookie still got a long way. He's barely at snap. Bobo. Uh-oh. Bobo's coming up. Not good. San Francisco, CMC's the show. Everybody thought, well, Elijah Mitchell. He got 28. We'll see. I think it's CMC's show. Kittle, great snaps, just not scoring. I just don't know why he's disappeared. Samuel, all about Samuel. Rayway, number 2 of all people. Keep that in the back of your mind, for an injury thing. Ayuk, I hope he comes back. I'm ready for them to have a week 1 kind of show. White declined, -9. Sean Tucker, 4. Otten declined. Godwin, everybody was down. Trey Palmer got almost as much as Evans. You figure that out, because I can't. Henry, 18. I don't even know what to say about that. Chigit, 39. He's just underutilized. Burks, Akina, number 1. Hopkins, number 3. I'm not probably there's a reason why I'm not a coach, because I don't see this distribution here. Gibson outpointed Robinson, folks. I do not know what this means. I just don't know what that means. I think maybe Gibson might be worth $1 stash if that's how it's. If if they don't trust him anymore, look at that. 43, 38, 20. -20. I don't understand unless he got hurt and we don't know. I'm not sure. I would love to see Thomas back. Dotson, McLaurin, Samuel. It's like 1, 2, 3 here. They need something going here. They're not scoring. And I guess Dotson is telling folks he's the one. McLaurin's back to the 2 now. Samuel's the 3. Anyway, take a look at this data. There's, to me, almost every team I have questions. I am not settled and happy with a lot, as you could hear, a lot of what I saw. I'm not sure there's clarity after 3 weeks. Maybe there won't be clarity. But anyway, I did see some things that intrigued me, some things that made me sad. So anyway, I hope this static images helps, and we can hopefully see what happens in week 4. But if this helps you think about things better, then I've done my job. Okay, take care.